What's up, everybody? Raheem Escalay here with episode 431 of 413 Sports Talk. It's getting to you late. I know. My apologies. Let's just jump right into it, right? September 1st, 2022, and this is 413 Sports Talk, number 431. Good to have you here, and first and foremost, I'd like to thank you so much for your continued support of the show, this podcast, and everything we are trying to do here in the Pioneer Valley as far as sports is concerned, and putting the spotlight on everything that is athletic. I have scores from the Major League Baseball. I got WNBA stuff to talk about. Good evening. And September 1st, so you guys know that summer's going away, so there's a little bit of excitement that is with that. Other than that, let's start this episode. And we are going to start with this. Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos agreed to a 5-year, $245 million contract extension. In this deal, Russell and Sierra and family get $165 million guaranteed. As soon as that name goes on that contract, they start moving that money, and Russ gets that bread. I am very excited to see him get this contract. I think the Broncos brass sees what they have in Russell Wilson, unlike something that Seattle they kind of just took him for granted or whatever. I really like this signing, and I think that we can honestly expect another Super Bowl out of Denver within the next decade. The clock's ticking, though. Philadelphia Eagles trade former first-round wide receiver Jalen Reagor to the Minnesota Vikings. What's funny about this is Jalen Reagor was a first round choice. Everybody knows why the Eagles. He was a bust. But what was funny was Minnesota's GM made his comments public about his feelings for Mr. Reagor and how the draft was AKA laughable. This pick was laughable. And now here he is trading for the former first rounder, which I think is kind of ironic in itself. Really funny. Trying to think, what else can we say about Jalen Reagor? It's not really. I wouldn't call him a baller, as I like to describe some of the NFL wideouts. I don't think he's they gave up a 7th rounder for him. I guess that's the bottom of the barrel as bottom of the barrel goes. But I don't know. I just think it's another waste. I think Jalen's best playing days are behind him, unfortunately. Yeah. So, Cameron Smith, the British Open champ, says it's unfair that LIV golfers aren't getting ranking points. Cam was the number 2 ranked golfer in the world, but made the transition from PGA to LIV Golf earlier this week. World number 2 Smith, whose move to LIV Golf was made official, earned exemption into golf's 4 majors for at least the next 5 years, with his one-shot win in last month's British Open. So there's an exception. They're kind of going to give him a little chance. Maybe use Cameron Smith as the poster boy to kind of get everybody to come back to the PGA. Why doesn't everybody come back and make this something? You know what I mean? Organizers of the majors have not changed their qualifying rules, but the 29-year-old Smith could still one day find himself on the outside looking in. Honestly, as far as for now, he can no longer earn world ranking points. And he went on to say that it's really a shame that we are not getting world ranking points out here, Smith said ahead of his LIV Golf debut. This week outside Boston, there's some huge events. I haven't really seen anything LIV Golf on TV either. It's a Saudi-backed league, so we won't say much because I don't want someone to come randomly chop my head off. He said to have 48 of the best guys around the world playing and not to get world ranking points is perhaps a little bit unfair. It could be a little bit more than unfair, but we'll keep our lips sealed. Orlando Magic again at the U.S. Open and unseats the number two seed Annette Contaviet, maybe, in the second round. Black Girl Magic, baby. Serena Williams, my favorite tennis player, both out of males and females. I really do get happy when I see that she wins. She is the greatest. She's the GOAT, and that's that with that. Anyway, that is it for the news. Please make sure you check back with us tomorrow. We're gonna have a whole bunch of new news topics to talk about. But for now, let's move on to the MLB and these scores. Houston Astros win over Texas Rangers 5-3. Milwaukee 6, Pittsburgh Pirates 1, San Diego 5, San Fran 4. Damn, it's about time the Padres win. Baltimore 4, Cleveland nothing. St. Louis 5, Cincy 3 in 13 innings, mind you. And 10 innings, Tampa Bay was able to beat Miami 2-1. Washington over Oakland 5-1. The Cubs beat the Blue Jays 7-5. Mets over the Dodgers 2-1. Seattle 5, Detroit 3, Atlanta 3, Colorado 2, Boston 6, Minnesota 5, Chicago White Sox 4, Kansas City Royals 2, Los Angeles Angels 3, New York Yanks 2. Yes, they lost. And finally, we have the Philadelphia Phillies 18, Arizona Diamondbacks 2. And that is it for Major League Baseball. Recap of the WNBA postseason. Las Vegas beat Seattle 78-73, and that game was good enough for the series to be tied at 1 apiece. Chicago Sky beat the Connecticut Sun 85-77 and also earned a tiebreaker in that series. Remember, these series are best of 5s. And that is it for WNBA playoffs. Now let's round out the show with our NFL rookie conversations. Today we talk about halfback from the Atlanta Falcons, Tyler Algier. Drafted 5th round, 151st overall. Tyler Algier is another great halfback who was drafted in this class of studs. Absolute studs. Born and raised in Youngstown, Ohio, Ty was into football at a young age and found out that that's what his calling. And it's pretty evident that he was going to be great one day, and I'll explain. He was immensely talented and went to high school in the hallowed Henry J. Kaiser High School in Fontana, California, where he set records including rushing for 5,000 yards and 56 touchdowns. Holy fucking shit. Ty took his game to BYU, and after high school, that saw him play with former BYU quarterback and current potential bust, Zach Wilson. Current passer is none other than my boy, Jaron Hall, the school's first African-American quarterback. We will bring that up as well. During his career at BYU, Ty, who used to be a linebacker, showed great skill, running between the tackles to top off his inside runs and was even more dangerous on the outside. He's a very physical runner, bruising, very punishing type of style, old school, a guy who just doesn't give a fuck, and you love that as an NFL fan and your running back. And I go on also to say, in his first year at BYU in 2018, Algier played in 4 games and had 9 carries for 49 yards. In 2019, he moved from running back to linebacker. Played in 13 games that season, recording 26 tackles and a half a sack on defense and 119 yards on 17 carries on offense. So this guy was fucking doing it on both sides of the ball. Fuck yeah. Algier moved back to running back in 2020. Played 11 games with 8 starts. Finished the year with 1,130 rushing yards on 150 carries with 13 touchdowns. So this guy's a better running back than anything else. He returned as BYU's starting running back in 2021. And on December 28, 2021, he announced that he would forego his remaining 2 years of eligibility to enter the NFL draft. Tyler Algier is somebody who I think has potential to be Rookie of the Year. As of now, he is slated as the Atlanta Falcons' 3rd halfback on the depth chart. And that's it for episode 431 of 413 Sports Talk. It is September 1st at 6:46 p.m. I'm your boy, Raheem Escalay. Please make sure you check back with us tomorrow for episode 432 of 413 Sports Talk. We'll be doing it indoors. I just want to say I love you all, wishing up and health, wealth, and success. And you're going to have to look at the scene one more time before I go. Boom. It's so beautiful to be up high and do what you want. And talk sports while you do it. Love you all. Wishing up and health, wealth, and success. I'll say it again. And we'll see you tomorrow with episode of 432.